I'm going to make sure this screen recorder's working. Okay. So, I've got a couple of things to talk about. While I have some time to make a quick video, I'm going to one right now. I don't find all of these power outages to be a coincidence. Now, first, I can't pause the video, so if there's any mess-ups, I apologize. So, this place here, 2 hours ago, Croton on Hudson suffered power outages. And they stated that tonight's power outages, this is one of the images, this store without electricity, restaurant, no electricity, they had to go back to using fire and wood. They said a post to the village's Facebook page said approximately 2,800 customers lost power as a result. Con Edison, once again, seems to be Con Edison being targeted quite a bit. And they claimed, here's the thing, they claimed that, oh, it was because of New York City's complex power grid. Now, I get New York has a complex power grid. I know that. And today's interconnected world is quite complex. But if you look into the outages, today and yesterday, Verizon Wireless had outages all across the country, almost nationwide in the United States. And if you look up outages, you'll see, if I can find it, well, it's supposed to be there, but it's not there. This was caused by a storm here in this area with 12,000 people. They said if you lost your cell service today, you were not alone. Over 12,000 people. Over 12,000 people, I'm sorry. Over several million people lost their power. And not only that, several million people lost their cell service today. Daddy was trying to go in a Love's truck stop, and they told him, sorry, we can't let you in. And the reason why? They said that an outage, the internet, their networks went down. The servers went out. So think about this. He said, all Loves are down. He said, believe me, he said, they'd want your money, they want your service, but the customers, but they said because of a network issue, the internet went out, their servers went out. All of the Love's travel centers went out tonight. Get this. You couldn't get fuel. No one could get fuel at the Love's truck stops. Couldn't use your cards, obviously. Couldn't use the ATMs there. Couldn't withdraw any money. You couldn't use a debit card. Couldn't use the kiosk. Couldn't use the pin pads. They couldn't use the computers. They couldn't control the heating and electrical units. They couldn't control basically any central air conditioning. They couldn't control which is also controlled from servers somewhere else. And they couldn't control the electricity. And the toilets wouldn't work because of the internet outage. The toilets wouldn't work because they're network connected. And the water flow is also network connected, so the sinks and toilets would not work. And they couldn't use the cash registers. They couldn't use the lottery machines. They couldn't use they couldn't manage anything. They couldn't manage or run the doors, the restrooms, the cash registers, the air conditioning units, the electricity. Their servers were completely down. The fuel pumps would not work, so no one could pump fuel because they all quit. Think about if everything went out. We couldn't even get fuel. It's insane. But they said that many people today lost Verizon, and customers went online talking about it. This is one of the Verizon wireless outage maps listed today, as you can see right there on the middle of the screen. Let's go back to the other outages. Washington, D.C. They finally reported that Washington, D.C. is now investigating what caused 39,000 people to lose electricity. D.C.'s Public Service Commission is looking into Saturday's power outage. So, 4 days ago, Washington, D.C. lost electricity. Customers in the Northwest had no electricity. And they said that many people were complaining about it and reporting the outages through their cell phone. If the cell phones go out, you've got no way to report it. They said, we'll review and evaluate the root causes of the power outage. Pepco's restoration efforts, their communication with the community and customers, and their corrective actions. Right. Cue the Dr. Evil thing there. Right. So they had a Peabody power outage, and they said, oh, it's a Mylar balloon. Balloon caused a power outage. Those fixtures at the celebration also conduct electricity. This balloon was blamed to have caused a power outage. It could have, but there's just too many thousands of people losing electricity over these simple things. And people losing cell service. I mean, it's just not coincidental. Power restoration, downtown Mesa following power outage. Power restored, thousands after DC outage. They were trying to adapt the iPhone and Apple Watch to a 3-day power outage because of so many outages happening. And DC is finally investigating what caused their weekend power outage. They're trying to claim that faulty transistors and transformers that would transition the signal and the energy usage over got overloaded on the 13th. On the anniversary of the power outage 30-something years before, back in the 1970s. I don't find that on the anniversary, on a Saturday 30-something years ago, and then Saturday the 13th, 30-something years later, on the anniversary, they lose power in New York City and Manhattan Island and surrounding areas. And then it happens 3 days later, and then they're blaming, oh, it was just an electrical glitch. It was just a glitch. And then we're still seeing power outages taking place today. Washington, D.C., these places, other places on the East Coast. And the rest is caused by storm damage, but then we see cell phone outages. And now the what do you call them? I'm sorry, the Love's travel centers. Daddy tried to go into Love's travel center, and they said their system was messing up, so they couldn't use the cash register. Not only could they not use the cash register, but they couldn't use the doors, the cash register, the electricity unit, the air conditioning units, the computer systems, debit systems, ATM, lottery machines, everything pretty much that runs on electricity would not work. The restrooms, think about that. The restrooms, the automatic toilets, the water flow in the sinks. It senses your hands to turn on the sinks, and then you've got, it senses your, it senses your hands to turn on the sinks, and then you've got the automatic toilets with their sensors, so the toilets won't flush, and except for some of them with the override button, the manual button, and then you've got the automatic hand dryers, the paper towel dispensers that run all on sensors and electricity. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nothing would work. They said everything was down. Anyway, so many outages. Just give your thoughts on all this. Peace and much love. I send love. My links are below. So, like it or lump it, dislike it, like it, whatever. The fact that you, some people out there have a problem with me asking, every other YouTube channel does it as well, asks for donations. I'm no different than they are. And, if you find it in your heart to do so, feel free to do so. If not, I still love you. Fine. Moving on. Peace and love. And thank you for watching. Give your thoughts on all of these outages. I don't find them to be coincidental. I'm using a different screen recorder, so it's going to be quite different. Hopefully it works. Good night to all. Hopefully you all have a lovely night. And peace. Thank you for watching. Bye.